Hey everyone. Today I want to talk about the implication that low vitamin D levels appear to be having on the COVID-19 situation that we have going on right now, and how low vitamin D can be a factor in different illnesses, in particular with this virus. It's been known for quite some time now that low vitamin D levels are a major factor in having a low immune system in general. And specifically, vitamin D has been shown to help with respiratory illnesses, which, of course, COVID-19 appears to be. Can have devastating effects on the respiratory system. And so it's also been known for some time here that low vitamin D levels are rampant. Where I live in the United States, I don't know the exact percentage at the moment offhand, but I know it's really, really high, people that are low on vitamin D. And I think it's becoming a global problem. I'm sure, one of the factors is because we're living and working inside much more than we were and have been in the past. So we're not getting vitamin D from the sun, which is the primary source of vitamin D. It comes and is absorbed through our skin through the UVB rays that come down from the sun. So um, there's a couple of different ways you can get it through the sun, and you can also get it through your food, like eggs and fish and different things. You can also supplement it, which is, I'll get into what I do later. The one that immediately jumped out to me, I noticed in an article a couple weeks ago, and it was talking about how African American people in the United States are disproportionately affected by COVID-19. And then the article talked about some contributing factors to it, but it didn't really talk about the fact that it's been proven that people with dark skin that live in northern climates now, they're been proven to be low on vitamin D because their dark skin doesn't allow them to absorb the vitamin D as efficiently. And so that's a major factor. So when I saw that African American people were disproportionately affected by COVID-19 and maybe have more complications as a result, that really surprised me and kind of made me think that, vitamin D levels could be a factor. And then a few days went by, maybe a week or so, and I saw an article talking about how people in, I think it's the Nordic countries like Norway and Sweden, they have a small, very small percentage of native Somalis, people from Somalia who obviously have very dark skin. And the article was talking about how they're also disproportionately affected. Obviously, the Nordic countries are in the northern hemisphere and have colder winters and things like that. So very similar to the United States. And I was like, that's kind of weird. So yesterday came out an article from, I believe it's called the Medical University of South Carolina, and it was talking about kind of what I was thinking. They evidently did some research on how low vitamin D levels can be a factor with people with dark skin. Elderly people who may not get out as much could be another factor of why they're not getting proper amounts of vitamin D. And just thought that was kind of fascinating. So I wanted to get this information across to you. I'll put a link to those articles, down below. But I wanted to really highlight the importance of vitamin D, and it's just so critical in so many bodily functions, and like I said, with our immune system being super high. So what I do is I try to get out and get, with your bare skin, with your arms and your face or whatever, try to get like 20 to 30 minutes at least of sunlight a day. That's going to give you a pretty decent amount of vitamin D through the UVB rays. You can also get it through your food. Certain foods like eggs have it, a small amount. And you can also get it through supplementation, which is another thing that I do. Currently, I take between 2,000 and 4,000 international units a day, just depending on how much I get outside. And the reason I first started taking it actually was because I noticed that my mood in the wintertime was horrible because, I wasn't getting out quite as much. It was cold, this and that. And after I started taking vitamin D, supplementing it in the wintertime, I really noticed a drastic improvement in my mood. I started feeling better in general, and I was pretty much sold on it. So, um, yeah. So I wanted to highlight those articles, this information, and at this point, honestly, it's just a theory. I don't think anything like that has really been proven to this point. I know they're studying it, they're analyzing it, but it's something that really made sense to me, and apparently it makes sense to other researchers who are looking into it from a medical standpoint. So either way, getting your vitamin D levels checked out and tested, which can be done through a simple blood test, is really, really important. So I wanted to highlight this information and how important vitamin D is, and I hope this information is helpful to you, and that you consider what your levels are and how this could affect you, not only with this situation, but from here on out. So hope this helps somebody. Thanks for watching.